there are some degrees you should not bother spending money on studying. Even if you're given scholarship to study those things, I would in fact suggest you turn down the scholarships and rather spend money and study something that can set you up for success in life. So before you argue with yourself, let me mention a few courses. Liberal arts, where are you going to work? What are you going to make in a year? Creative writing, you don't need a degree to be a good creative writer. I don't have a degree in creative writing, but my writing is pretty good. I have made money from writing. I can make money anytime, any day from writing. What else? Criminology. Where do people who studied criminology work? Now you can mention a few of them work with, criminal investigation establishments, whatever. Very few, like the top 1% of them. Most of them, where do they work? Most of them never use that degree. Fact, most of them never use the degree. So why would you waste your time doing it? People who even studied cybersecurity are struggling to find jobs. Somebody that studied criminology. Anyway, let's think of more courses that people waste their time and money on. Some even get student loans to study these things. Psychology. You can argue, oh, people that study psychology, where do most of them, that's really what I'm asking. Where do most of those people work? They work in places where that degree is not required. So why get a degree that you will probably never use? Why get a degree and then go work at a job that doesn't require a degree in the first place? So it's better you just went from high school and straight to getting that job, or maybe learning a trade. It's better, honestly, than then spending 3 years, 4 years, whatever, getting, okay, people who studied microbiology, where do they work? People who studied people who studied chemistry, apart from teaching it, where else do they work? Physics, industrial physics, things like that. Where really do they work? Even people who studied biotechnology are struggling. So you look around you where you are. If you are intending to end up in the job market where you are, study what is relevant. And people will say, oh, I want to study what I have passion for. So you have passion for microbiology? Seriously? You have passion for these things? Honestly, you do? Wow. And by the way, who told you that you should go to the university and study what you have passion for? You don't have to. In 2026, you shouldn't let passion lead you into a profession. No. If there is something that you are passionate about, that is a hobby for you, and you figure out how to make money from it, good luck. Wonderful, beautiful, good for you. But passion should not lead you into what to study in the university. Beyond passion will not pay your bills when you study the wrong thing and you are making, I don't know, you are barely surviving in a year from what you are making. That passion will vanish when hunger wire you. You got to show the passion again here. Then you realize that the passion is actually can vamos. You should study something that you have the mental capacity to study and study well, that can set you up for financial freedom sometime in the future. Something that can give you a comfortable life, at least, right? Give it your best, study it, make money. You can pursue your passion on the side until that passion starts paying you more than the initial thing. Then you can switch. That is safer. That is safer for majority of people than the contrary. Okay? Oh, I want to study my passion. Okay, you want to study your passion. You applied for medicine, was actually your original passion, and maybe law if you're in the arts. And you applied for those things. The university you applied to gave you something else. Did that thing they gave you become your passion? Hell no. But you accepted to study it anyway, correct? So you can't claim that what you're studying is really your passion. Most of the people that go into medicine and law do not have passion for it. Most do not. Some studied because of parents' prestige. Parents wanted their kids. Some studied because they did so well in school and they just know that they can handle those courses. I can do nursing, I can do medicine, I can do optometry, I can do radiography, based on your performance from high school, secondary school, which makes sense. Well, those courses pay anyway. You are a comfortable life is rest assured, especially if you are practicing outside the shores of Africa. Yes, it is guaranteed. So there are so many other things you can do. You don't even have to go to university sometimes. Really, you don't. If you can't figure out something that can set you up for good measure, you can just learn a trade. Find something that you can do. You can spend 1 year learning, 2 years learning, that can set you up for good money. Do it. Get the skill. But I see people, it's really, really sad. And I see this more abroad. I see this more abroad than even in Nigeria. People borrow money, go to school, study, in my opinion, useless courses, and they make way below their average income. And abroad, things are brutal and people are also brutal. So if you're not making a good living, somebody can decide, somebody that really, really loves you can decide not to marry you based on what you make. The reason is, well, they don't want to marry into struggle. The love that they have for you and the one you have for them will not feed your family. There's so much at stake, especially abroad. So for many people, marriage is a financial decision, not just a love decision. Okay, so you have to be very careful. So what you choose to study can directly determine the quality of spouse you are able to get. You joke with this, you will find out. You will find out the hard way. So be very careful, especially if you're very young and trying to figure out your life. Choose what pays. Choose what pays. Find passion later. Find passion later. Oh. Choose what pays. Find passion later. Find a way to fall in love with your job. And this is how I think about jobs. And I love my profession. I enjoy it. It's meaningful. I derive a lot of fulfillment doing what I do. However, I can work anywhere. So, because I can work anywhere, I make sure I work for who pays me the most. Because I can work anywhere and do the same thing that I'm passionate about anyway. So why do I have to work for someone who pay me less and give my best when I can work for someone who pay me more and still give the best, right? That's how it works. So what I do is, I don't care how hard my job is. My mind does not process work as work. So if the job pays me enough, I'm satisfied with what I am paid, I'll do the job and my mind will process it as sport, as hobby. I will enjoy it. It doesn't stress me the hell out. I can do it every day, all day, and it doesn't break me down. Okay? So if you manage, that's another thing that I want to pass across. If you manage to stop processing work as work and trauma, like, oh, this work job is stressing me out, I hate this job. Find something that pays you really well, process it as sport, enjoy it. When you think about the job stressing you out, remember what the job enables you to do. Remember the financial leverage that job gives you. Remember the bills that job enables you to pay, the lifestyle that job enables you to afford, and then start jettisoning the trauma response to that job. That's what I've done and mastered over the years. I don't process work as work, really. Okay? So, don't waste your time on useless courses. Don't follow your passion. Follow your ambition. Two different things. not your passion. Follow your ambition. Figure out your passion as you go. Follow your ambition. Where do you want to be financially in the future? Use that hunger to determine where you go into. And if you are hungry enough, no matter how hard and difficult and challenging that area, that field is, you will figure it out. You will hunker down, give it your best, get it done, set yourself up to be able to be appropriately rewarded for the job you do. And when you start enjoying those benefits, it will make sense. It will make sense. It will make absolute sense. Okay? So I just wanted to pass that across, especially to the younger generation. The time of following passion has come and gone. The world is a very brutal place now. Nobody gives a damn about your passion. Oh, I'm passionate. I have passion for music. Okay. Well, ekuchalam.